The room didn't try to impress anyone. It didn't need to. The moment Julian Moreau stepped inside, he felt it, that quiet pressure that settles in places where power lives comfortably. The living room stretched wide, not oversized but intentional, every inch designed to command presence without shouting. Lavish living rooms that redefine opulence are not built to host furniture. They are built to host identity. Sunlight poured through glass walls taller than most homes, bouncing softly off stone polished to a subtle sheen. The ceiling hovered impossibly high, yet the room felt grounded, anchored by symmetry and weight. Nothing here was accidental. The silence wasn't empty, it was curated. In elite living rooms, silence is as designed as marble. Julian moved slowly, noticing how his posture changed without instruction. Shoulders back. Breath deeper. When a room is built correctly, it adjusts you before you adjust to it. That is the first secret of true opulence. It doesn't announce wealth, it installs authority. The seating wasn't arranged for conversation alone. It was arranged for perspective. Every chair faced something meaningful: the view, the art, the fire, the horizon. Living rooms at this level are strategic environments. Deals begin here. Alliances form here. Futures shift here. Long before contracts are signed, trust is built on sofas that cost more than houses. Walls carried art that never appeared in museums. Pieces acquired quietly, never loaned, never advertised. Each one told a story only the owner understood. For the elite, art in the living room is not decoration, it is declaration. A signal to those who know how to read it. Julian sat, feeling the weight of the space settle around him. The couch didn't swallow him in softness. It supported him with precision. Custom-built, hand-stitched, engineered for posture and presence. This was comfort without weakness. Luxury without indulgence. This is what separates lavish living rooms from expensive ones. Expensive rooms show money. Lavish rooms show mastery. Mastery of taste, of restraint, of self. That was the first truth. Living rooms that redefine opulence are not meant to impress guests. They are meant to center their owners. As afternoon unfolded, the room revealed its intelligence. Light shifted subtly, guided by systems invisible to the eye. Temperature adjusted without sound. Curtains responded to sun angle automatically. This was not technology for convenience, it was technology for emotional regulation. The elite do not tolerate discomfort, not because they are fragile but because discomfort wastes energy. Julian noticed how conversations flowed differently here. Voices lowered naturally. Interruptions felt inappropriate. The room demanded a certain respect, not through intimidation but through balance. Proportions mattered. Negative space mattered. Lavish living rooms are built on restraint, not excess. Every material had been chosen for longevity, not trend. Stone that would age beautifully. Wood that would deepen in tone over decades. Fabrics woven to last generations. These rooms are not redecorated often because they are designed to outlive fashion. Billionaires do not chase trends. They define permanence. The fireplace was sculptural, not dramatic. Flames danced quietly behind glass, offering warmth without distraction. Fire in elite living rooms is symbolic. It represents stability, continuity, control over chaos. It anchors the room emotionally. Julian walked toward the windows. The glass dissolved the boundary between inside and outside. The living room didn't compete with the landscape, it framed it. Whether overlooking a city skyline, an ocean, or mountains, these rooms exist to remind the owner of their place in the world, not above it, but perfectly positioned within it. Hidden speakers filled the space with sound so precise it felt like silence enhanced. Music existed without source. Screens vanished when not in use. There were no visible cables, no clutter, no evidence of effort. That effortlessness is what makes these living rooms expensive beyond comprehension. Because perfection requires constant, invisible maintenance. Security existed but quietly. Reinforced walls. Smart glass. Acoustic insulation. Privacy here was absolute. Lavish living rooms are often the most secure rooms in the house, because this is where power gathers. Where families meet. Where vulnerability is allowed. Julian understood now why the elite invest millions into a single living room. This room does more than host. It regulates life. It calms the nervous system. Sharpens thinking. Slows time just enough to regain control. The second truth became clear. Lavish living rooms redefine opulence because they are not visual experiences alone. They are behavior-shaping environments. As evening settled, the living room transformed again. Artificial light blended seamlessly with fading daylight. The space grew warmer, softer, without losing structure. This was the hour when families gathered, when stories were told, when decisions were revisited. The living room held memory as much as presence. Julian imagined the decades this room would witness. Children learning to walk across its stone floors. Quiet conversations late at night. Celebrations without spectacle. Losses processed in silence. Lavish living rooms at this level are not rooms, they are archives of human life. This is why they are never designed hastily. Some take years to complete. Architects, designers, psychologists, and engineers collaborate to create a space that will remain relevant for generations. Because when you reach the top, the question is no longer how high you can go, but what will remain when you are gone. Many of the world's most powerful families measure time not in years but in rooms. This living room existed before you arrived. It will exist after you leave. That continuity is the ultimate luxury. In a world obsessed with speed, lavish living rooms represent stillness. Julian sat once more, letting the room hold him. No screens. No urgency. Just space. That was the revelation. Opulence isn't gold or marble or rare art. Opulence is having a space that allows you to exist without defense. The final truth settled gently. Lavish living rooms that redefine opulence are not about showing the world how rich you are. They are about reminding yourself who you are when the world isn't watching. Because true luxury isn't loud. It doesn't beg for attention. It waits, patient, composed, and timeless. And that is why, long after trends fade and fortunes shift, these living rooms remain the heart of elite life.